They say it takes a village to raise a child, so let me tell you about the village that has raised me. Joseph City, Arizona is 1,200 pioneer posterity in population, meaning that we can fill a culture hall a lot quicker than a high school basketball team. But I am convinced that it is this little brown spot, never on the map, that defines a lot of who I am. My mom and my aunt created these postcards and tried to capture what Joseph City is. This is a picture of the cemetery, and it reads, Joe City born, Joe City bred. When we die, we'll be Joe City dead. I was definitely Joseph City born into a family that I think God could not have designed better for me. And because of it, family is where I find most of my identity and my purpose. These are my two little brothers, Nicholas and Seth, and they are my best friends. I know that whenever I hear the world's messages that I am only one of millions, to them, I am one in a million, and that has helped me a lot. And because of it, they are my favorite boys. I love them. Joseph City bred. This is my dad on a hot summer Arizona day branding cows. This is only one of the many things that he is always doing, and some of that has rubbed off on me. I've had roommates ask me before if I ever just sit and watch Netflix every once in a while. And I do, but when you have a dad who knows how to get his hands dirty and will always bring you along for the fun, work is just something you do. It's something that has been deeply ingrained in me. This is my mother. I think the word classy defines her in everything from housekeeping to social situations. She makes her own jewelry and has slowly decorated the entire town through her customers, myself included. I have never in my mind had any doubt towards the majesty of motherhood or womanhood. I've always known that I am a lady and I can act as such, and it is because of her that I know that. In conclusion, I'd like to go back to my village. Joseph City actually took two groups of pioneers to settle because the first group saw it and turned around. It was the most desert-looking place they'd ever seen, as they described it. However, there is one quote from one of the actual settlers, Henry Holmes, that has always stuck with me. It reads, I do not know whether the country is barren or fruitful, if the Lord has a work to do in it. I came from that barren place, and so that is a perspective that I've always tried to keep with me, whether as a missionary or as a student in negative degrees Idaho, or barren and untalented. I know that if the Lord has a work to do, that good things will come from it, and I always try to be there when he does. I think with the rich heritage that I have, I can afford to not be that way and face them one day. I feel like I can never turn back because they never did. And I'm thinking that wherever I end up, wherever I raise my family, if in the next life, Joseph City dead is going to be a mighty compliment.